Grove movie theater that was declared a public nuisance by the city last month has started to make some much-needed changes. Delane Cleveland joins us now from the theater with more on what they're doing. Delane?
Shannon, last month the Maple Grove City Council declared the AMC Arbor Lakes Theater as a public nuisance due to a number of property maintenance violations, such as overgrown weeds, excessive trash in the parking lot, and potholes. The city reached out to management, but all calls and letters went unreturned. So, as a last resort, they declared the property as a public nuisance. Shortly after that declaration was made, management reached out to the city and said that they would commit to making those improvements.
We're actively working with the theater. We're very hopeful. We think that they're now engaged in the process and partnering with us to make things up to code. And so we're very happy with the progress that we see.
In the past 2 weeks, the AMC Theater has patched many of the significant potholes and cracks that were scattered throughout the parking lot. The theater's cleaning service now goes out every morning to pick up litter in the parking lot and around the building. And they've hired a company to make improvements to the landscaping on the property. Had the theater not taken the steps to fix these issues, the city would have stepped in to do the work and assess the cost to the property owner.
I just think this whole area, really this is sort of the epicenter of Maple Grove. It's really our downtown core. And to have such a large, visible sort of community attraction, not take the vested interest that we'd like to see, it really could have a negative effect on the area. Luckily, I think with some of the improvements that have been made and continue to be made, we're not seeing that.
Meanwhile, that public nuisance declaration hasn't been lifted just yet. Joe Hogaboom says the theater has to show that they can maintain the property up to the city's standards over these next few months before they make that kind of decision. Reporting in Maple Grove, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Thank you, Delane. Recruiting and retaining firefighters continues to be a challenge for some local fire departments. The Brooklyn Center Fire Chief says there have been fewer volunteer firefighters because the job is so demanding. The department has added paid part-time positions to attract applicants. Fire Chief Todd Berg says training will be paid for by the department and on-call firefighters will get a wage to go to school.
Within the last 5 to 10 years, our department was primarily a volunteer fire department, to where the only pay you got was when you stood duty shifts at the fire station and a pension. You didn't get paid anything to come to calls or anything like that.
The National Fire Protection Association's latest report found that the number of volunteer firefighters in 2017 was at its lowest since 1986. You may want to check your food pantry. Golden Valley-based General Mills is recalling 600,000 pounds of flour over E. coli concerns. The company issued the voluntary recall this week after flour at its Kansas City facility tested positive for a strain of E. coli that could be deadly. The recall affects 5-pound bags of gold medal unbleached all-purpose flour that has a better if used by date of September 6, 2020. No consumers have reported any illness from eating or handling the flour so far. Now, this strain of E. coli, like most other strains, is killed by heat, such as baking or frying, and that's why health officials advise against eating uncooked batter. Also, just like with meat, experts say you should thoroughly clean your countertops, bowls, utensils, and your hands after coming in contact with flour or dough. In local vote 2019, candidates for the Wayzata School Board squared off in a League of Women Voters forum at Wayzata High School Tuesday night. 4 Wayzata School Board seats will be decided in the November 5th election. There are 8 women running for those positions. Incumbents Bonita Lucky, Linda Cohen, and Cheryl Polzin are running for re-election. Challenging them are Emily Fair, Cian Falconer, Vishala Kamojala, Bindu Moram, and Sheila Pryor. Watch for candidate statements to be posted on ccxmedia.org starting October 1st. The standout student you're about to meet has an impressive resume both in and out of the classroom. Reporter Sonia Goen shows us what makes this Maranatha Christian Academy senior this week's standout student.
The buggy drives at a constant acceleration of...
In the future,
1.4.
You will call him Dr. Dao.
And then 3 was...
Atomsa. 7.48. The senior aspires to be a neurosurgeon.
4, 5, 6. Just something that I grew to have a passion for, and just learning about how nervous cells work and the nervous system is just something that fascinated me from the get-go.
Math is his favorite subject.
Ready?
But Dao...
1.
works hard in all of his classes,
1 meter,
including physics.
And they're going to be two different graphs because this car operates with a constant velocity.
The Brooklyn Park native is president of the National Honor Society.
Alrighty, so then with our conclusion,
And in his downtime, he teaches Sunday school.
making sure that they're rooted in something so strong that they can live with for the rest of their lives.
Faith is very important to him.
Just having the Holy Spirit by my side and Jesus and the Lord, just the whole Trinity, watching over me and guiding my footsteps as I walk through my life. 1 meter.
Dao even started a Bible study class at Maranatha.
This year we actually sacrifice our lunchtime now every single day, where we find a way to eat somehow and then we go to that Bible study / worship.
He's also very athletic. He's captain of the Maranatha varsity soccer team.
I play a center defensive mid, so I sit right in between the midfield and the defense, making sure everything's organized in front of me and keeping the defense organized behind me. 2 meters was 4.0.
The sky is the limit
7.15.
for the sensational senior.
Is that constant acceleration?
He wants to change the world by helping others.
My end goal is to actually start a nonprofit and then go to Ethiopia and start building churches where my parents are from and where my parents grew up, and just giving back to the origins that made me who I am.
Sonia Goins, CCX News.
At North Hennepin Community College, former students leave an artistic mark. At the school's Fine Arts Gallery, you'll find a collection of pieces done by North Hennepin grads. 19 artists are featured in an exhibit called Thrive. The pieces range from the serene to the surreal to the spooky, and we'll leave you with a few more. The exhibit runs through September 26th.
The 6 losses taken this season by the Champlin Park volleyball team have all come against ranked teams. Tuesday night, they met a Maple Grove team coming off a tournament win at Heritage Christian Academy over the weekend. Parents' night at Maple Grove as the Crimson hosted the Rebels. First set, and the Rebels' Taylor Hillman pushes the ball to an open spot on the court for a point and an early Champlin Park lead. The quick set here goes to Sammy Hilly for the big swing and kill. Hilly with 8 kills in the match, and they win the first set 25-13. Second set, the Crimson Skylar Gray unloads for an early Maple Grove point and a much closer second set. Champlin Park's Jordan Stalpus, one of the best hitters around, and she attacks down the line here for a Rebels point. They win 25-22 to go up 2-0. Stalpus with 13 kills in the match. Early third set, Champlin Park's Megan Panzer delivers 3 straight ace servers to give the Rebels a 5-point lead. Jordan Lamker attacks from the right side for a Maple Grove point, but the Crimson can't come all the way back. Champlin Park wins 25-22 again. They get the sweep, and the Rebels are now 7-6 on the season. Osseo and Park Center renewed their volleyball rivalry on Tuesday night. Both have pretty experienced teams this fall. Pirates hoping to use the home court advantage. Early in set 1, they play right with Osseo. The set goes left side. Denia Foster with a kill, and the teams trade points early. But Osseo pulls away later in this first set. Maggie Bauer gets the block for a 19-14 lead. Orioles take the first set 25-16. After a good dig by Park Center, Taylor Kwan bump sets it to Allie Hinsey, and she pounds it cross court for a kill. Osseo wins the second set 25-14, and they go up 2-0. In the third, Osseo was in control throughout. Riley Steester has some strong attacks, and Osseo wins in 3 sets. They are now 7-3 on the season. After many years as a 5-team conference, the Lake Conference is now up to 7 teams. Wayzata boys soccer team faced one of the new teams in the league, Buffalo, on Tuesday. First half, Wayzata's Jacob Hugenacher wins the loose ball in the box and scores for a 1-0 Trojans lead. Late in the first half, great pass by Michael Barica to Evan McGugan. He finishes with a left foot, and it's 2-0. Second half, McGugan's cross is headed on goal by Barica, and Ben Lutke chips in the rebound. Trojans are up 3-0. Ryan Ulmer hooks in the corner kick here for another Wayzata goal. The Trojans beat the Bison 4-0. While they graduated some talented players from last season, the Champlin Park boys soccer team is playing pretty well this fall, and they played at Osseo Tuesday in a Northwest Suburban Conference match. Some big saves in the match for Osseo goalkeeper Kyle Getchy, trapping this shot as he collides with the post. He keeps this one scoreless into the second half. But the Rebels break the tie 12 minutes in on Leo Kana's goal, and Champlin Park is on its way to its 4th conference win. Kana passes to William Heinen, who picks the near corner of the net with his shot for a goal. Rebels are up 2-0 with under 10 minutes to play. They add one more goal on a corner kick. Cullen McSweeney scores. Noah Azira Mubera gets the assist, and Champlin Park shuts out Osseo 3-0. Maple Grove is ranked 6th in Class AA girls soccer. The Crimson took aim at another win as they hosted Blaine. Leading 1-0 in the first half, the Crimson's Kelly Klons gets clear of the defender and lost a shot high into the Bengals' net for a 2-0 lead less than 10 minutes into the match. Second half, and Charlotte Draheim passes to Jordan Pauly. She gets control, shoots and scores, and puts the Crimson ahead 3-1. Later, it's Emma Fournier arcing a beautiful shot into the far corner of the Blaine net. That's the 4th goal of the match. Crimson go on to win 6-2. That's all for sports. More news after this.